Welcome to episode 101.
Season 5, baby! Yeah!
You're listening to Good Vibes with Chris, Dean, Troy, and Jorge.
The podcast network, Good Vibes.
Rubbing the D up dub, we are recording this from Allen, Plano, and Little Elm, Texas.
That's right.
On this week's episode, we have
some sports and some football. Chris goes on too far into the football, and then we pull it back together and we talk about the only show we really talk about is the rehearsal.
Yeah, it's the new Ted Lasso.
The rehearsal is the new Ted Lasso. And we get farther into it. Everyone's still behind except me. You'll enjoy our discussion on it, and I think you'll enjoy the show. We also have our movie of the week, Changeland, written and directed by Seth Green, that Troy chose. Stay tuned for his riveting thoughts. And then our three of a kind is movies that take place in a high school. And our quote of the day is from Gandhi.
Canceled.
Yeah, he's canceled. Retroactively. It's fun to do.
You live long enough to become a villain yourself.
Okay, are you
What's
recording
on
now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dean, you talk about kayaking, and I had an experience when I went whitewater rafting, and it was when we were in Colorado, and my mother wanted us to go whitewater rafting, and I can't believe she wanted to go because she's a little bit older, right? She's in her 60s, and I was kind of skeptical. Anyway, so we go whitewater rafting, and it's cool, right? You know, you have to get in a bus in order to get to the locations, to get to the very top, or, you know, vice versa, right? So you get in the bus and you go there and you get to the location and you start rafting, and when it's done, you got to get back on the bus. Well, when it was done, there were these porta potties there, and everybody was using them. And you know, I was looking around, and finally I went to the porta potty and I saw that one was green and it was vacant. And so I went up to that porta potty and I opened it, and there was a lady that was full on naked because she was wearing a onesie, and in 0.7 seconds, I had that entire image burned into my mind. It was almost like I was looking at it for like 5 seconds. Well, anyways, so I'm like, you know, and I have to get on the bus with this lady again. So, you know, I closed the door and I was like, son of a bitch. And I walked behind the porta potty because I didn't want to, like, you know, stand there and wait for her to come out, you know, and me make eye contact with her again. So she gets out, and, you know, I go into the porta potty and I use it. And thank God my family was all sitting in the back of the bus already, so that I didn't have to sit like within a close proximity of it. So, you know, I get on the bus and I just look straight down and I beeline it to the back of the bus where my sister is, and I'm just quiet. And my sister's like, what happened? You know, hey, you know, what? I just quiet the entire bus ride. And my sister knew something was up. She's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, nah, I'm just nothing. I'm just tired and blah, blah, blah. And then as everybody was getting off of the bus, you know, I finally told my sister, you know, what had happened. I was like, hey, just want to let you know that I walked in on a lady while she was peeing. And this is how well I know my sister. Because after I told her that, she was like, oh my God, which one is she? Which one is she? And I was like, you see, that's why I can't tell you nothing. Because I knew you were going to do that. So, yeah. So, thank God I didn't tell her earlier, because she would have picked her out and stuff. So, yeah, lock your porta potty doors, everybody.
Yeah,
that's a public service announcement.
Rule number 1 about porta potties.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just, you know, I wish porta potties came with bidets. You know, I'm a big advocate of the bidet. You have a bidet, right, Dean?
Yeah. I don't have one anymore. Not since we moved houses.
Oh.
I don't think I brought it with me, or I just gotta get a new one.
Basically. Yeah, you probably just didn't want to take it out and crap and Yeah, they're only $20. And to any listeners out there, I love a bidet.
Yeah.
I love bidets. Like I don't see myself ever going back to not ever having a bidet. Like I need it
Yeah.
in my life.
They're great.
You know? I love them. Yeah.
I just I don't know what happened to it during the move. I don't know if I took it out or left it there. Actually.
Yeah.
I think about it.
They're cheap. You can get them on Amazon for $20. And I
Or
highly
you
recommend.
can get a very expensive fancy one if you want. If you're more into that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to conserve. I don't want to put as much toilet paper into the toilet bowl, you know. Yeah, because I'm trying to save the earth. There's a lot of climate. I have a lot of climate anxiety, and I think about everything that gets thrown away. And I'd like to make a change in the world and advocate for bidets.
You should only drink out of aluminum.
That is true too. I have a bad problem with drinking out of plastic water bottles. Did you hear that the water, we can't even drink rainwater anymore? Like that's polluted.
I saw the headline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sold on what a forever chemical is yet.
Well, no, they're forever chemicals. So they're like now rainwater. So what is the world going to look like 20 or 30 years from now?
I don't know. I'm 40. Yeah. I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you're going to be 60 by then. You're still going to be alive. So
That's
there you
true.
go. Mm-hmm.
I think for a long time, I never expected to live past into my 30s.
Really? Wow. That's incredible.
It's kind of a weird, stupid thing to think, though, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just wondering, you know, how long, like, let's just say the apocalypse or something happens where food is scarce and everything. I just wonder how long everything will last, you know? Like, who's going to be the last man standing?
I don't know.
And
I've been watching a lot of survival stuff. You know, we talked about that show Alone a while back.
Yeah.
I've been watching that and different stuff on YouTube and reading books. But I'm not going to be like a prepper or anything. But I think it's good to know some of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, even if you did know it, there's going to be underlying circumstances that will screw everything up. For example, what happens if, you know, the nuclear plants that are supposed to be looked over by really smart people, you know, the smart people in those nuclear plants die? Well, then the nuclear plant's going to screw everything up. So it doesn't matter how much survival crap you know, everything's going to just go to toxicity. Toxic.
Let me tell you something else too. When shit goes down and shit hits the fucking fan, right? You just react, and all that shit you learn and all that you're supposed to know, and that goes out the fucking door. You just react, and it's truly trying to save your ass and the people around you.
Right.
But don't you
Well, there
think
you go.
whenever stuff hits the fan, Troy, I mean, even in boot camp, you revert back to your basic training stuff.
Well, yeah, basic training, no, but when it actually happened, I didn't, in my brain, go back and say, oh, this is what they taught me in basic training I should do. No, it was, I better fucking do this to get away from that dude that's going pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think about the book and what it said, and no, it was just a natural thought.
No, but your mental state.
Survival. Well, yeah, your mental state was.
That's how it works in the Marines. That's why it's.
Well, yeah, Marines is different though. Marines is different. The Army's way more laid back than the Marines.
Yeah.
Y'all are fucking tense. Motherfuckers is rah all the time. We get rah, but we also chill out too. So we have an off button. Marines don't have an off button. Motherfuckers keep going. It's like the Energizer Bunny.
Well, there you go. And Chris has left the building again.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Alrighty.
That was a good. See, we missed that. That was a good preseason. Ain't shit. I just want to say that for record.
Preseason ain't shit. That is correct. This is
Not
episode.
what it was supposed to be.
101 of the Good Vibes podcast. Preseason
101.
has started. Yes, and were you talking about like the Cowboys loss there and like what that means?
Yeah. I mean, I just hear that.
Preseason.
No, yeah, and I get it. I get your point there, Troy. Like, you don't worry about wins and losses, but you do worry about 17 penalties, right? That's something to worry about, especially if that was just because that was the problem.
None of those guys are going to be playing in the game.
But still,
it's an overall discipline.
Not one of those people that made a penalty is going to be playing in the game.
Well, I think Tyler Smith has a very good chance of making it into the starting lineup by the end of the preseason. He played really great.
I tell you what I did watch.
Some of those penalties were stupid. They were just bad calls, a lot of them.
Well, I didn't watch it.
I watched every preseason game, just the condensed version on YouTube. Just to kind of, I'm a football nut, just to kind of get a feel of everything. And there's a lot of rookies that are playing, and that for fantasy football implications, I'm definitely looking into all of that, doing mock drafts, getting ready for that. That's going to be exciting for me. But also, we're going to do bringing back the pigskin pick'em. Not only are we going to be offering that and talking about it on here, letting everybody know how that's going, but also on they're going to be doing it on a dam that's good with Big Salinas Barbecue. So hopefully we can get a really big pool of people picking games. It's simple. You don't have to worry about point spreads, any of that. It's public, open for anybody to join. It is the Good Podcast Network Pigskin Pick'em. You can find it on ESPN, the fantasy app. And then we'll have first, second, and third place prizes this year. So it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually fucking pay you for it.
That's right. Hey, we can get a hold of Keisha. We can get a hold of that other winner. Wally won as well. I'm sure they're both enjoying their Big Salinas barbecue sauces.
Okay.
They received.
You have a 2 out of 3 chance. You have a 2 out of 3 chance of getting your shit.
Okay. If you are not Troy, you have 100% chance of getting that. That's where that goes. But please join and see how you do, man. This is gonna be I think this is gonna be one of the most interesting football seasons that we've seen in a long time. Not to get too far deep into it, as I know you guys aren't super interested, but most turnover in coaches, assistant coaches, coordinators, that situation. A lot of turnover on quarterbacks in different places. A lot of old faces, new places. So there's a lot. This whole league could be completely different this year. So that's really exciting.
So let me ask you, what's Tom Brady's deal? I know that he was out for a personal reason. Anything?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Family vacation, honestly, I think is what it comes down to. Is just he talked about spending time with his family, but let's be real. At this point, he's earned it, right? Like, we know that he just has to show up, and they showed up. He showed him like, hey, I'm in shape. I'm in good physical condition. I have no injuries. I'm going to take off. I'll be back before the season starts. We'll get synced it, and we'll be ready for the season.
Who is
But
this?
is that fair to
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, this is fair.
It's fair to every single person on this
You're
team.
talking about the GOAT. You're
Right.
talking
Yeah,
about
but
the
is that fair?
greatest
But is that fair
quarterback
to,
of
like,
all time?
It's almost
The
invaluable
greatest
to the other quarterbacks on the team too, really, because it
of
gives
all
them
time.
opportunities to get more reps than they would ever imagine getting.
You're talking about the greatest quarterback of all time. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can write his own ticket. He's got the most everything. I was just reading some shit. Tom Brady has played the most games, most Super Bowls. Man, this boy is kicking everybody out. He can do whatever the hell he wants to.
Yeah, and then that just goes to show you. You look at just the power that like the superstar athlete has is way different than we've ever seen before. You're seeing it in the NBA, the ability to move from team to team. KD every year, he's like, I think I'm ready to move on. And he's trying to do that right now. This is kind of one of those power plays. Like, yeah, I can do this. I can get away with this. I don't even have to tell you the reason, just can tell you it's personal matters that I'm going to be attending.
Also, Tom does have a brand new contract, and this is probably in his contract right now. So he's not pulling a fast one on anybody.
No, I don't
he's
think so.
not
They were prepared. They were
breaching
definitely
anything.
prepared for this. They knew about this going into the season for sure.
Everybody's cool about it. If it was a problem, we'd be hearing about it every fucking day. Tom Brady holds out another day, another fine. You
Well,
know,
here is a
fine.
problem. Is Marshawn Lynch retired, or is he
100%.
still playing?
He's been retired for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's not retired from drinking.
No, that's true. I said last week he would be the great candidate for that job listing that you were talking about, Troy, when it came to the candy factory.
Yeah, the Candy Man.
Candy Man.
You know who did quit drinking though?
Who's that?
Anne Heche.
Oh, she did. She did quit drinking. We could say that.
I get in trouble for
No.
being
And that's what I wanted to actually talk about. Now that you brought it up, I've seen the video. It's very terrifying. If you hadn't seen the video,
I haven't seen the video.
It's
a doorbell camera sees her car zip by faster than I've ever seen a car zip by, like a doorbell camera. It was
in a residential street,
just hauling ass, like, and then apparently into somebody's home. But yes, the question is, like, all these like news sites and everything, everybody's reporting this RIP, and hey, she's technically still alive.
No, she died.
No, she died. When did that happen? I was gonna say it, but I figured nobody would want me to say it.
Wait a minute, we have an official TMZ. Like she's
dead. So I guess. Well, they definitely were given the RIPs before she was officially dead. Like she was brain dead. They were gonna take her off of the.
It was like Sunday or Saturday. I think it was Sunday.
But yeah, she before this, there was you could see, and you didn't want it to go this way. And I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't know. There was some questionable behavior leading up to this. I follow her. Oh, I don't follow her, but I did see a lot of her videos on TikTok. She found TikTok recently, a couple months ago, and she was doing these like they're very cool if you're a movie nerd and you like to know about behind the scenes type of shit. She was reminiscing about certain movie roles that she played, but.
Oh well, let's do.
You could tell the state of her mental health at the time, though, as she was telling me stories.
Let me say this, since you want some behind-the-scenes movie news. Anne Heche dated Steve Martin. Steve Martin wrote Bowfinger. The character that Heather Graham plays is based on Anne Heche.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wait a minute. The what is based on Anne Heche?
So Bowfinger is a movie with Eddie Murphy and Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Heather Graham plays a character where she uses her body and her allure over men to take advantage of that, and women, and women, depending on the thing, and then flip the power and then get in the ear of whoever that person is and like start leveling up. And so, you know, that was he's alluding to that. Maybe that was the same thing that Anne Heche maybe pulled off. But
she dated Ellen DeGeneres, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
and Steve Martin.
And Steve Martin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has Ellen come out with a statement?
She did.
I mean, I don't know.
She did.
Oh, did she? I mean, I'm sure everybody's just sad.
I don't know. I didn't read it. I didn't care.
It's just sad, man. It's sad. You know, it's sad when you see something that you think is going to happen. It's like if Bam just like died, you know, like hopefully he doesn't.
Bam Margera died?
No, I'm saying it's like if he did, like you surprised, right? Like it would be a shock to you, just like this isn't a shock to anybody. And it's very sad that they're going in that direction. And you hope that these people are able to turn it around. If enough, you know, hopefully they can learn from this and try to get some help and turn it around, because I think help is definitely available. If you are looking for it, you can find it, man. Get help.
Yeah.
And if you're not looking for help, you can still find it.
Absolutely. True.
Somebody needs to tell you to look for help sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, or, you know, I think it's hard. You know, it's like, it's different for everybody. I like, you know, like you look out from an outsider's perspective and you're like, how many times does something have to happen in order for you to like finally get the clue to turn it around? But it's up to the person, man. Like you have to make that decision for yourself.
Are we talking addiction?
We'll I mean, whatever it applies to you. To me, it wasn't necessarily addiction. It was my own depression. Like I felt to like deal with it, and I was in denial. Yeah. And so many things happened where it was like, this is your fucking clue, bro. Like you need to get your life, you know, you need to get a hold of some kind of help and get the recovery process going. But it took so many of those opportunities I just let go by, and just like, so it could be that, it could be anything, you know?
Yeah. Well, for me, my depression and all that shit caused my addiction. Yeah. And like for me, because for me, alcohol controlled me, like it physically controlled me. It was what, I mean, you know, Bustos, you witnessed it, you know, like you would come over and I'd be like, take me to the liquor store, I needed to drink. I had to feel like I had to feel that the alcohol was in me. And it finally, for me, honestly, it was really simple. When I started blacking out and stopped remembering things, there's one incident. I'm not going to release it on the show.
No, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to go.
It's very funny, and it involves nudity, Jorge.
Oh, thank you.
Like your story, but anyways, once I couldn't remember, and then my wife was telling me these things were happening, and my wife was going to leave me, and I couldn't remember these things happening. That's when, for me, everything changed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I made a conscious decision to take care of my mental health and to beat alcohol, and I went away for that, and that's what I did for 30 days. I did nothing but take care of my mental health, and the alcohol wasn't available, so I was away from it. So sometimes it's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to take a mental break.
Yeah,
and go find yourself again.
Absolutely. I think that. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's important, and you have to know when to do that. Simone Biles comes to mind just recently, as recently as yesterday. Liz Cambridge, former center for the Wings here in Dallas, she's stepping away from the WNBA, mental to like you just said, to attend to her own mental health and own healing. And I think I wish more people would take the time to do that and maybe turn it around.
Yeah, I just hope that folks aren't abusing it, right? Like, I hope they're not just using it as a crutch, right? I'll give you a perfect example. Adrian Broner had a really big fight against Omar Figueroa Jr. this Saturday, and he just pulled out, citing mental health issues. However, some people are calling bullshit because the dude wasn't going to make weight. So just be honest.
Maybe he wasn't going to make weight, and that's giving him mental health issues.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, perhaps. But again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope people don't abuse it. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, it's just the perspective, right? Like, I mean, we could say the same thing about Ryan Garcia, but you're
right.
He would say, like, I was dealing with some fucking serious mental health issues, man. I needed to take that time.
Yeah, Danny Garcia said the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's interesting, how that plays out, especially on those grand scales of a stage, right? Like, I mean, that's the world's watching, people are reporting on it, people are having opinions on it, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's crazy. Did you guys, I know that you guys are fans of sports, soccer in particular. Did you guys see the handshake, the best handshake in all of sports just happened over the weekend? Yeah. Tottenham had a really chippy game. They were getting after it. Came back and tied it up in the end against Chelsea, and the coaches met at midfield to get their final handshake after the match. This is like a tradition, everybody does it, just like in a lot of sports, and it was just so intense of a match. Like, they shook hands, and
the Tottenham guy didn't let go.
He didn't let go. And then there was pissed off at each other. He's like, let go of my hand. It was the Chelsea guy who wouldn't let go, actually.
They both got red cards.
He didn't let go because the Tottenham guy wouldn't look him in the eye. And he's like, look me in my fucking eye. And like, they got into it. And like, people started, like, bench clearing brawl almost happened. This was after the game.
All of this while they're still holding hands. Bitches are.
They're like in each other's face, like talking shit, holding each other's hand, like death grip. Like,
you brought it up.
Predator.
So can we talk about
well, hold on. I want to talk about this handshake because there's somebody that I want to do
I'll
this
send you
to
the link
as well.
You got to see
it.
I mean,
okay.
I want to talk about my
screen.
handshake to this guy that I'm gonna friggin' do this to, and I really want to shake the everlasting shit out of his hand.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah. I want to give him one of those. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Much like that. And we've seen icy handshakes in the past, like in football, in particular. Like, Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Okay, this is the aftermath.
Okay.
here.
Oh yeah.
No,
Here
wait,
we
wait.
go.
Hold on, it'll start.
Yeah, it'll start over. It'll start over.
My boy
Yeah,
Raheem
right there.
Sterling plays for him now.
You see that? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
hold on
a
a
quick
second.
version. That's really tight
Okay.
too. That's really.
Can I do the voiceover? Can I do the voiceover?
Oh yeah,
Can
go
you
for it.
start
Go
from
for
the
it. Go
beginning?
for it.
Okay. Hey mate, how you doing? Good game. No, look me in the fucking eye. Look me in the fucking eye. You're a piece of shit. No, you're a piece of shit. No, get your fish and chips. Okay, you son of a bitch, you wanker. Okay.
Neither one of those guys are English.
No,
Oh,
is
shit.
that? Please tell me. Please
Yeah,
tell
you
me
racist
though.
Fuck.
The guy.
I think Conte is Spanish or Italian, and then
Okay,
is
the
he
guy
the
with
guy-
the blue hat.
And
the guy with the blue hat
Conte-
is German.
The funny thing about this though, Conte is like notorious for like putting his hands in weird places and then smelling them. Like
Oh
they
my-
catch him on camera all the fucking time.
Okay, that's
So-
normal. Okay, that's
And
normal.
so he's basically stink palming the shit out of this dude right now.
all right, let's.
No, first of all, that's Chelsea, isn't it? It's not Tottenham. Oh wait,
No, Chelsea and
Conte-
Tottenham. Chelsea,
Tottenham, man.
The
Chelsea,
Chelsea coach is a dick.
yeah, and he's got the hat on. He's the one that was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna hold on your hand until you look me in the eye." And the Tottenham's dude's like hyped. He just came back and tied the game. He's really excited. Like I'm sure it was like a real firm handshake, and so that's why he fucking wouldn't let.
They both got red cards.
Yeah, good shit.
After
So-
the game.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, so that means
Yeah.
they're suspended for the next game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But I
didn't know
love
you could
that,
get a red
dude.
card after the game.
Yeah, I love that though. I love that passion, and that's the thing that to bring it back to the Cowboys, what you guys talked about earlier. That's the thing that's annoying to me about the penalty thing. I want a coach that is passionate about his job,
Mhm.
who doesn't just brush these things off. Like I won't go as far as Jorge. I think sometimes we differ on that. Like last year, especially with the way you think about Dak and stuff like that. And like I just feel like more that we need somebody who is a little bit more passionate. Who
I agree. I never said that.
but you were taking it pretty far as like how undisciplined the team is. Like in like last year, I think you thought we were gonna have a really bad season, but I think we performed pretty well. I think we're gonna have a good season. I think this is definitely his last season here. He's out of here no matter what. I don't see us going to the Super Bowl, unfortunately. As much as I would like to claim that, I don't think it's gonna happen. But I also want to wrap a quick little bow on this. Fantasy football season is coming. We're going to stop talking about football after this. But I just want to go ahead and throw out there my top 5 fantasy running backs and are Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and Najee Harris. And there's a couple others that you can kind of, if you want to fight in there to see that get that last spot in there. But I think Jonathan Taylor really kind of stepped up at the end of last season to take he's new for some people. This is his 3rd season, but he's definitely taken over that spot. Christian McCaffrey's coming back from injury, but I think he's going to have a bounce back season this year. Derrick Henry, same thing for him. Dalvin Cook has been badass, and then Najee Harris is another one.
Good day for
So
football.
now we're done talking about football.
We're done. Yeah, I mean, if you want, we could talk a little bit more because there was more shit.
I don't want to talk about football. I want to talk about
Yeah,
sports.
no, neither do I. I
Okay.
can't even tell you any of the teams those guys play for.
There's some things that I do want to talk about. Is one, I want to go back to the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
And also, but the main thought is the World Cup is less than 100 days away.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God,
USA.
you're right. Yeah,
And
USA.
then, and so as soon as the schedule comes out, I'll be taking days off.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be the Thanksgiving Day, or what is it, the day after Thanksgiving?
U.S.
Is it
versus
USA?
England, but I don't know what time the game is.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm
Does it
definitely
matter?
watching that. You guys can come over and watch it at my
Cool.
house if you want.
Cool.
Then, but the other thing that I've been, I guess it was a lull in sports. I don't care about preseason games with the NFL.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Baseball is in
I
like
love
this
it.
weird thing where I don't want to watch any baseball. And
Chris
basketball's
Woodward got
over.
fired. Texas Rangers. He's
That's
gone.
true.
Yeah, Rangers
Got it,
sucks.
Yeah.
Fired.
He's gone.
Rangers suck.
with Just Cause.
Yeah, he needed to go.
But I've been watching Hard Knocks, the Lions,
Oh my God,
Mhm.
dude.
with Son.
So
It's
good.
really
I can't
good.
wait to get into it.
And
What's
then-
that on?
and that's
Well,
on
HBO Max.
Dan Campbell's a head coach that last year said that they're like, what kind of, I don't know, basically like, what do you want the identity of your team to be? And every time they ask him something like that, he says something along the lines of, you're gonna have to like kill me before I kill you. Like last year, he's like, we'll bite kneecaps, we'll do the, like he's just over the fucking top. It's hilarious.
I'm going to rip your heart out.
On his office door, it doesn't say Coach Dan Campbell. It says the dude.
Yeah, because he's the dude.
He's the dude.
I like that they have over 80 years of NFL player experience on their coaching staff.
That is pretty rad. That is very cool.
But does that mean anything?
It's cool.
Every single coach has played in the NFL.
Yeah, they have actual experience.
I don't know if it means anything other than, but I know that their coach was worked for great coaches.
Yeah, right.
That means something.
I think so. I really do.
You can go back and look at the successful coaches, and they've all touched the same.
I'm saying, like, I think one is true, but that doesn't make another thing untrue, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. I don't think you have to play football in order to be a good head coach in the league, but I think that you can be. I think that you have an edge if you've played in the league. I can say that.
Yeah. Can I just say
how that doesn't necessarily make you a good coach either.
Yeah. Can I just say how weak of this? What is the identity of your team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're 3-0.
Win, dummy. Jesus
3 wins
Christ.
last year. The identity is we have a lot of
that should be.
to do.
I mean,
but then watched a little bit of that. Then I started going back and watching all of the sports documentaries that are on Amazon, like
nice.
All of the All or Nothings.
Okay, yeah, those are really good. The Notre Dame one's really good.
They have ones on soccer. They have ones on rugby. They have ones on Australian football. And then the one that I love is the one where they do the Premier League. They did Tottenham Hotspurs during COVID. Then they'd done Manchester City, which is Troy's favorite team. They're winning last. Then they just came out with the one for Arsenal that they did last season.
Nice.
And it's so great.
Nice.
And they have a former player as their coach, and he said he started out really, really bad. Yeah, like terrible last year. Mm-hmm. Like they're like, he's got to go. Awful. Then he benched their best player.
Why?
Discipline.
Yeah, bro. It's basically Ted Lasso. He's Ted Lassoing this situation.
No, that's what happened.
You're right. Yeah, real. Exactly.
It's not the same. It's not the same thing. But but yeah, they shipped him off to Barcelona because that's the only people that could pay for him.
Wow.
And which he wasn't playing great, but he wasn't doing the right thing. He was just being you can't leave the country without permission.
During COVID.
No. With you can't travel to other countries. He had permission, and so when he wanted to travel, he said, "Hey, I'm going to go visit my parents or whatever." Did that, then he came back 2 days late. Missed training, a bunch of stuff. Anyway, but this year in the Premier League, they're doing awesome.
Yeah. Well, there's
only 2 games in. It's only 2 games in.
So.
But that shit matters, and that's what I think Ted Lasso kind of shows us. That those things do matter in coaching.
So just real quick,
Ted Lasso's not real.
Yeah, but it is and it isn't. It comes from somewhere,
right? But sometimes when you bench your best player, it doesn't mean it just means you guys suck now.
True, that's a good point.
So on this World Cup, are they going to have to rearrange everything because this is taking place?
Everything is rearranged.
And so are players happy about it? I mean, it's going to be also very controversial too, because in what is it, Dubai or Saudi Arabia? Is it where it's going to be at?
It's in Qatar.
So
right next to
Qatar. Yeah. So how many people died building these stadiums and stuff?
Thousands.
But they have indentured servitude there.
Which means?
Slavery.
Oh, okay.
You can't do construction and be a citizen of the country.
Oh, nice. That's pretty much how it is here.
Hey.
That's pretty much how it is here, man. Hey-yo. Labor shortages.
You just don't die.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's not funny to me, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I can say that right because I'm
What is Yeah, everything's rearranged. Everywhere in the world, soccer is a winter sport, or at least it's played during what would traditionally be our winter. And except for America, it's played in the summer. So the World Cup interferes with every single major league's season.
I mean, how did FIFA let that happen?
They didn't. Well, FIFA sucks. They're corrupt.
Yeah, they're corrupt as fuck.
Super corrupt.
Yeah.
Qatar has a ton of money because it's just billionaires.
Yeah.
They put in a bid, and then they realized, oh crap, everyone's gonna die if we play this in the summer. Like even when they had in Brazil, it got like if it was over like 85 degrees, they had to stop and take water breaks.
Yeah, they take water breaks.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse. I mean,
so they had to make it in the winter.
Mm-hmm. When are they going to smarten up? I mean, look at the NFL, man. Move it indoors, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I just want to say on soccer that Man City's looking good. Pep Guardiola's going to do his thing. And if it would have been Pep would have swung. Pep would have swung on that motherfucker holding his hand like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm riding with Chelsea. I like Tottenham, but Chelsea's got my boy Raheem Sterling on there. So, I got they back because I still got Raheem's back. He'll always be blue to me. But City's looking good. Holland's looking great. I think he's trying to get used to European football. It's a little bit different than German football. Jack Grealish, man, he's got to play hard this year. If he don't, he out. You hate to see that with a superstar like that, but he ain't done squat.
Yeah.
So he need to do.
I love this, man. So much sports. Let's keep it going because Gypsy King retired. We can put a button on that.
He's not retired.
It's official, 100% official.
Dude,
he's gonna run for parliament, bro.
Okay,
that's like a fact. He's gonna run for parliament. He's gonna be, it's happened before. Manny Pacquiao, right?
Yeah. Well, I guarantee you, we need to see what happens after this fight with Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk this Saturday. Going down 12.
The only way that those things can happen now, like we got to go demolition man style and put them on ice. Put them on ice. In 10 years, when that fight is ready to happen, we'll go ahead and we'll wake them back up,
dude.
Frost them, and we'll see if we can get that fight to happen.
If Anthony Joshua wins, it's going to be a $300 million payout. There's no way Tyson Fury is going to say no to that.
These fights don't happen like as often as they should, because of so it's not going to happen, man. And he knows that, and that's why he's retiring. Like, he's not a stupid man. He's a very smart man.
He doesn't have anything else to prove.
He's the lineal champ.
Motherfucker.
He's retiring the lineal champ.
Who's beat him? Who can beat him? Who will beat him? He's literally the boxing version of Bret Hart.
He's going to end it. He's going to end the whole. There's after him.
The best there ever will be.
Well, after him, there won't be another lineal champ, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So he's going to end it, which is crazy.
Logan Paul.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I guess then I guess there'll be a sublineal, right? Like, you're the champion of the champion of the champion.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, he has to.
It's kind of what happened with Klitschko.
Yeah.
You beat everybody, and then you have to retire because there's no one left.
And then you just oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Old school Troy's bringing it back, baby. Hey, remember those things I used to do? I'm bringing it back. People love it. All my people, they love it when I do that.
This just leads me to bring up that Wrexham, We Are Wrexham is premiering next week.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yes. So explain to us, what is We Are Wrexham?
You may not like soccer to watch as a game, but these documentaries are great. This is Ryan Reynolds and
Rob McHenry.
Rob McElhenney. And this is the soccer team they bought, and
are they in the MLS?
No, it's a Scottish.
It's a Scottish team,
and they play in English third tier.
Okay,
they were in the fourth tier.
Oh yeah, they got regulated or
promoted.
Promoted.
Last year they got promoted to the next league up. And it's just about that whole process they went through, buying the team, getting the team better. Those are always the best.
Yeah, that's cool.
I watched one that about Leeds United whenever they got the season before they got promoted to the Premier League. That was really good.
Nobody's talking about Nottingham Forest. They're fucking killing it. And they're brand new.
So, sorry, since we're talking about soccer, is Ted Lasso coming out anytime soon?
I
think
know.
they filmed, I think.
Yeah. That's.
Did you guys hear about Jason Sudeikis and the kiddo?
Yeah.
There's drama going down.
Well, I know that he served papers while she was at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Supposedly he did not know that was going to happen.
Nice.
The process server decided to do that.
You want to make a splash? That's a good place to do it.
Well, if you got to locate a person, you know where they're
That's
gonna
true.
be.
That's true.
But then that's all just going to start over because he lost. Because you got to file where the kid's home state is. Anyway, I don't want to get into other people's custody battles with their kids.
Sure.
Yeah, so if you don't like sports per se or watching a full game of soccer, I highly recommend watching one of these sports documentaries.
30 for E60s are awesome. 30 for 30s are awesome.
Yeah,
Man
All or
City's got
Nothings.
one. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Yes, it's
one of the
very
best
good.
I've ever seen.
Sure.
It is very good. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed Tottenham's and I enjoyed Arsenal's. So far, it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the Hector Macho Camacho documentary. That's
Ooh,
great.
I would love that. I love.
It's
I
great.
always thought he was a badass.
Yeah, he was.
Watch
Did you
the
see
Dark
the?
Side
You
of
see the
Ring.
craziness that happened in youth sports? Be careful out there. Jeez, Louise.
Hey, what?
Akib Talib and his brother are implicated to be involved in a shooting at a youth football game this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
Coach
that.
got shot
Man, we just
in the
got-
altercation. I
seen
know.
that
We're just
too,
throwing
and
all
we
the
got
sports
good
at you
vibes.
guys.
I'm gonna start bringing it every week then, because I find it all the time, and I'm like, nope, we're supposed to get pissed off. I can't say that.
No, it's
There it
fine.
goes.
Listen, it's back to school, so all this crap is coming back. Like, there's euphoria.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, heck, even my 3 of a kind is all about back to school. so-
I'm right now. I am staring down the pumpkin spice season. You said that
Super
the
lame.
World Cup is however many days away. Well, I can tell
Less than
you.
100 days.
Well, even far less than that. 40 days from now, we'll be able to go to the state fair and eat all the good stuff. They announced all the items there. You can check
For
out.
$500 a piece.
That's right,
500
baby. State Fair, Texas. You can't beat that.
500 fucking tickets. You can have you a deep fried fucking
I'm gonna
Oreo or some butter.
All the spooky movies. I'm going to do it all. I can't wait. Go to all the haunted houses. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
Nice.
well, I'm not going to any haunted house with you ever
Yes,
again.
please don't do that again. All right, let's go ahead and get in the quote of the day. Computer.
I mean, well, we got to start the show if you're going to do that.
Yeah,
We did
you
start
guys
the
started it. You started it. Remember?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't
Yeah.
officially start.
We
Yeah,
started
it's the 101st show,
started the
101.
show.
We
Yeah.
said 101.
Okay.
Started, Jorge. Say 101st. It's the 101st show. Here we go.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Quote of the day. Computer. What is the quote of the day?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Here is your quote for August 15th from Mahatma Gandhi.
When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fail. Think of it. Always.
Wow.
Can you ask to repeat that again?
Computer, can you repeat the quote of the day?
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your Alexa amusement skill right now.
No, sorry. You should have been paying attention.
Basically,
Well,
the quote
No,
was you have it still.
I have it, yeah. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love has always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always.
God, I hope that's true, you know?
Yeah, man. That's the theme of Moulin Rouge. That's the theme of some of our greatest stories in history, right? Is
All stories. It's
truth and love. Yeah.
It's the theme of all stories.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well,
Love
God,
it.
I mean,
And from
I
my
hope that
favorite, one of my favorite people in history, Mahatma Gandhi.
That's a weird choice. Bold.
Why?
Controversy.
Really?
You think Gandhi was controversial?
Gandhi's canceled.
Everybody is.
How did he get canceled?
Yeah, just like Mother Teresa was canceled too. Come on, man.
Pedophilia.
Yeah.
Mother
He's a
Teresa was not
pedophile.
canceled.
What? When did that come out?
Grooming.
Okay. When did Mother Teresa get canceled?
She didn't.
Yes, she did. Look it up. You're full of shit. Same shit. Same shit.
She was anti-Semitic.
I don't know about that part.
I mean, are all Catholics a little bit?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, sure.
Perhaps, yeah.
Perhaps. If you want to take it to the extremes, you know.
Did you guys
Some people
watch
are
the
extreme.
Rehearsal?
Some people are extreme.
Did you guys watch the new episode of the Rehearsal?
I have not seen the newest episode.
Oh man.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, I actually watched the Rehearsal, and
Okay.
I'm actually blown away. I thought it was really good,
We'll get
but
to
I
that
think there's a
later.
little bit more to the story. I think that it's all staged.
Shut
I
up,
think
Troy.
Everything is 100%.
Did you watch the
staged.
last episode?
Which one was that? Was that with
Episode
the?
5. It's where the lady Angela
Uh-huh.
is being confronted with her behavior in the house when Nathan's not there,
Oh.
and so she just quits.
Oh damn. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm a few behind, but that's crazy.
Wow.
So they just keep on following that? Like I thought that was gonna be a one-off.
No, that is the
the rest of it?
The show, man.
Oh, so I just saw the setup, and then the rest of it is that
okay
relationship.
Did you watch episode 4?
I don't know.
Episode 4. Episode 4
is the one where he has the actors in the classes to teach them how to be the actors on his show.
Oh no, I have not seen that
The
yet.
Fielder method.
the
Fielder
Fielder
method.
methods. Yeah, so
That's
I
the one
thought
that's the one that turns everybody upside down.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I thought that episode was preparing for future episodes of like, okay, all these people that are acting like other people, that's what we're going to follow next.
Well, they're in the other episodes. Those actors from those acting classes are in the other
All the episodes. So the
Not
guy,
all the episodes, but all the episodes.
well, the guy who played the actor that was had the fake grandpa and all that shit, he was in that class.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a new group. So going off the timeline, he's like, I see where some things didn't work out, so I need to teach.
I love that he does that. He keeps on just raising the stakes. He's like, I see this isn't working. I need to add emotion into this. This isn't working. I need to do this.
Like he's into the details that don't matter.
Yeah.
So he's watching the video of the guy talking to the person that's supposed to be his brother. He's going through that rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
And in the background, the extras are just like to their food and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember he because the camera went on one of the ladies who was fake eating.
Right. So he's like,
Yeah.
I realized that maybe I was missing something, you know, because he's like, I still don't get the emotion of it. So and he goes, so what must be missing is that the reality is not as real. I need the reality to be more real.
So he turns it into a restaurant.
No.
Okay.
It's a Raising Cane's.
Okay. Yeah, I know, right?
But what he does is he decides I'm going to train every single extra to be a method actor. And that's the Fielder method. And that, dude, I'm telling you, episode 4. This is why.
Okay. What is okay? So what is the method act or what is that?
You have to straight up
acting theory. Can we get a definition of the?
Yes. Okay. Watch the movie with documentary with Jim Carrey about Man on the Moon when he was acting as Andy Kaufman.
So that's method acting is just be the character. You are the character.
You need to channel it. You need to look it, and now
you're that character for
you're that character
for the duration of the shoot.
And so the Fielder method, he literally gives everybody like these menial jobs. Like you are a mechanic, you work at a smoothie shop. But what he does, he goes, just go find somebody and try and learn as much about them as you can, and then come back and be that person. And you're like, that's like stalking. And he goes, is it? Is that what that is? And then so people come back, dude. And then he does it to one of the students,
and he changes it, and he becomes
to try and figure out if he's a good teacher or not. He starts following around a student and does everything that he tells the student to do. It's so freaking good, man.
Yeah,
I love the show. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it really is impressive. I mean, how much money do they spend on this entire thing? Is what I want to know. Like,
well, he starts to make some of the money back in the last episode, Because so he
there's been some of the Nathan For You stuff like has been successful businesses, and he's made money off of them. Some of the ideas.
But one of the things was, he moved that famous bar from New York.
Yeah.
The Alligator
It was a
Lounge.
pop-up. So you turned it into a pop-up?
He just renamed it Nathan's Lizard Lounge, and then built a long hallway from outside the warehouse that he built it in. And then he said, this is all, and it's a way for me to also keep some of my actors employed in between gigs. So the actors are the bartenders and the wait staff.
And then just getting more into character by doing the job.
Well, he can have them be there. They don't have to sign a waiver. He already has the waiver. I mean, they get employed for being,
Wow.
But the end of the episode is really like poignant, where he turns the kid back, he comes home from being out of town. And so like 9 years passed.
Yeah.
And he walks in and he goes, oh, hey, Nathan, or hey, Dad. And he's like, yeah. And then so he goes, so if I had actually been gone for 9 years, how would you react? And he goes, do you have any friends? And he's like trying to get this thing going. And so he goes, yeah, I have a friend whose dad just kind of bailed on him. And, he does drugs and drinks and stuff. He goes, he does that just because his dad left? And he's like, yeah, I think so. I think that has a lot to do with it. It's like, all right, let's redo it and take what you just said and let's apply that to it. And so he goes back out the door and he comes back in and he's like, and then he's like, hey, and he goes, oh, hey, look who decided to show up. and the kid is just like, he's like, okay, I got it. Like, boom, it's so freaking good, man.
Yeah, it really isn't like, I don't know why out of all the shows you guys have talked about, this one was the one that I was like, okay, this sounds so different and so cutting edge.
It's so weird and so interesting, and it's like I have ADHD, I think, and I think it speaks to my ADHD brain. Like there's so many things going on. My brain's always like, there's so many things to catch.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the rehearsal when I was courting my now girlfriend, everything, I played every scenario and I overanalyzed everything. When you start dating again, I because she's from California, right? And I texted her, I initiated the conversation, right? She had a picture on her profile and I responded to it, and I sent her a message, and she responded back, but it was like a day later. And I would respond to her and it would take her quite some bit of time. And then I even asked her like, hey, let's meet up. And she didn't respond until like the very next morning. But in that duration of time, I was going absolutely insane because I was like, should I not have said that? Because I had like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. If she says, yeah, let's meet up. I already had like places lined up. Okay. I was going to give her choices and stuff. And then when you're actually in, on the first date, I started talking too much about sports from the get-go. And she even said, you're talking about sports, when the whole thing that got us to even initiate conversation was about EDM music, Yeah. And I totally went the other way. And like, I was able to rebound and shift the conversation back. But it's hard because, in this rehearsal, you're put in those situations and you don't account for things.
This appeals to you. You would love to do that. You would love to do that.
But also,
I'm a planner.
Isn't the rehearsal just all the anxiety that you have and that a person has? And then it's like, and now we're filming someone's anxiety in on television, on camera. We have cast it. We are shooting it. Action. Here's what your anxiety looks like.
Yeah.
And then when we step out, where it's not our anxiety, it's the person's anxiety.
But I think that's why people.
And it's hilarious.
But I think that's why people relate to it because they can see their own anxiety in it.
But
it makes it less scary.
And you also realize that sometimes your anxiety is freaking comical.
Yeah.
Right. And but also and flip that. Sometimes you do not realize what can go wrong.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those weird, it's a weird thing. I love the show.
Yeah.
It makes me think about all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. It's deep, I think.
Yeah, no, I love it's like that's the cool thing about it is that I think you find those things it's like, okay, so like think about long form documentary telling, right? You find those poignant moments in life through those documentaries that just, you have to be committed to sitting in front of this person and just talking to them for hours and hours and hours to find those moments that just happen naturally. Here's like a condensed version of that, and those things happen in a much quicker amount of time than they would in like a long form documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the thing about the rehearsal though is that sometimes you're thinking so much that you're not presently in the moment. And I think that's what happened to me when I was on my first date. Was that I wasn't in the moment. Like it did something to me. Like I was thinking about the next thing when
and I've experienced that before. And for me, therapy helped that part 100%. And when I committed to the therapy, that shit went away and I was able to be more present in my life because I wasn't in my head. I definitely deal with anxiety, but it was mostly depression. But that's what the scenarios were, just like bad things, that I've already gone through, or that, I did have some where I would make stuff up in my head, but yeah. So like once I started going through therapy and trying to like work on that, then that stuff quieted down and I was able and am still able to be, present. And I think that's affected my life in a huge way.
Mm-hmm.
But
you were gonna say something.
Yeah. The season, can't imagine. It's mind blowing that this is even greenlit by HBO. I think this is one of the last things that we can expect of its kind from HBO with all the current stuff. But the season finale is this Friday. It airs at 10 Central Standard Time on HBO Max. And,
wait a minute, but the rehearsal?
Yeah, 6 episodes.
It's already what? Only 6 episodes?
Yeah. Do you see how expensive it is for a reality show?
Really good stuff, though. Quality stuff. Troy, get the fuck back in here because I want to talk to you guys about, y'all both saw a movie and have different opinions about that movie, and I want to talk to you about it. I guess we'll wait till he comes.
I mean, it's good. I mean, listen, I kind of caught I missed the opening scenes and stuff, but hey, look.
See, and that's
wait,
the most.
Are we allowed to do that?
Apparently.
Can we? When someone talks about something we don't like, we can just turn our camera off and walk away?
Apparently so.
No, I'm not.
Apparently we can do that.
I apologize. No,
I definitely sat through way too much.
That's what that was. Let's be real.
I do it all the time.
That's what that was.
First off, I'm having some bathroom issues. That was the first thing. Then that was my wife just telling me we got a check from our car company.
But it was also you don't like that show.
No, not at all. I was trying to be quiet and respectful, and I was trying to do the right thing.
It's fine.
I'm having bathroom issues.
It's all good.
I might have to leave again.
Okay.
It's all good. So let's get it in real quick.
No,
it's all good. All
Let's
right.
talk about it. The Bullet Train.
You guys saw Bullet Train. You have different opinions.
Okay, Troy, I got to confess, I did not see like the first 10 or 15 minutes of the movie.
And that's the most important part.
Yeah, you missed so much.
Okay, so what happened in the very beginning?
Well, so in the very beginning, the whole movie is a mind fuck because you're seeing it in the perspective of all these different assassins. That's fine, Dean. Go. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I don't do this show for you.
Come on.
Okay, come on. All right, here we go.
Anyway, it's a great movie. It's,
said it was the movie of the summer, but that's it. So here's, as someone who is the person that gets to see you before the movie and then sees you guys after the movie, here's what I expect, and it's pretty much every time. Troy's gonna tell me it was the best movie he ever saw. Jorge's gonna tell me it was shitty.
Well, no, it's not that it was shitty.
I tell you it's shitty. You get mad at me because I tell you it's shitty.
Sometimes.
I told you. I'm sorry. I said to Chris, I was like, man, Bad Bunny died pretty early in the movie. Like, I had expectations of seeing Bad Bunny. Like,
so that was like that was the biggest draw for you.
I'm still here, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, like, I love movies like that where it's like, let's put everybody in one room and throw as many badass cool actors that we can throw in there to play small parts and get them all in. I love shit like that. Like the one that Troy brought up that 100% it's like that movie. It's Smoking Aces, a lot like Smoking Aces, those types of flicks. I really enjoy those. Action to the max, a bunch of really cool actors with like really stylized characters, like to the max. I love that shit.
it's this mind thing, because you're going into the mind of so many different assassins. But here's the thing: we're talking about mental health. It's about mental health.
Oh, really?
It's all about mental health. I mean, Brad Pitt's going through.
He's like trying to decide if he wants to retire or what, right?
No. He's just coming back. This is his first job from
a really bad situation.
Just a long stint of being away. He's a snatch and grab kind of guy. He's an assassin, but he's a snatch and grab kind of assassin. He's not really a killer kind of guy. But he just went and did a bunch of therapy. So he's trying to change his mind, and he doesn't want to use guns and shit like that. But it's not just about Brad Pitt. Then you got the two brothers, a black guy and a white guy. They're brothers, right? And they're called the twins. Yeah. And they're not twins, but they're brothers.
They have that bond.
And it talks about them. And then it talks about, they're all connected. All the people that are in it are connected. I don't want to give it away.
Go ahead and give it away.
Yeah, okay. I mean, why not? Spoiler alert.
Because
I don't know what the heck was going on like half the time. So
Dean's leaving. Okay, so it's all about the White Death. It all comes down to the white. It's simple as this. I'm going to break it down and then I'll talk about it longer. But it's simple as this. The White Death is the baddest motherfucker around in that area. He lied, cheated, and stole to get to where he got. Mm-hmm. His wife gets.
Is he
murdered.
the man that wants the package, or is he?
That package is useless. That package
that gets everybody there.
They want you. Yeah,
that gets everybody chasing.
The briefcase is what it's. The briefcase.
Yeah.
The briefcase is the white rabbit that gets everybody running. It gets all the dogs chasing.
Nice.
Right, but it all comes down to the best assassin there is.
He wants to challenge all the other ones.
White Death or whatever the fuck his name. What did I say? I just forgot it. White Death.
Yeah.
He fucking his wife dies, and
this is very murdered. John Wick.
Yeah, it's very John Wick. His wife.
This is John Wick swears off like he doesn't want to kill anymore. They kill his family, his dog, and then he goes back for revenge.
The White Death was still killing. No, nothing like that. Okay. But his wife's murdered, so he sets up this scenario where he gets everybody that he hates to kill, because the twins. So break it down. The twins are two guys that killed his entire crew in, like, I think it was Brazil or some crazy thing. Yeah. Right. And then there's a snake involved, a chick called the Hornet. Hers is all about the snake poison.
So the brothers wrong everybody else, and then they're all in it for revenge.
No, everybody on the train has wronged the White Death.
Okay, thank you. That's
right.
That's
and he set it all. He bought all the contracts to get them all there.
Yeah. So he's setting everybody up. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And then a twist is thrown in. His daughter. She's introduced as the prince. You don't realize that it's his daughter till the end, but she throws kinks in everybody's fucking parade. Like, she just fucks everybody's shit up, and she acts like a sweet little innocent girl at times, and she plays the part. Well, it turns out she's his daughter, and she's trying to fuck up his little plan. And so at the end they see each other, and she was like, I just wanted you to notice me. And he says the sickest fucking line in the movie. He says, I noticed you, princess. You just weren't in my plans. And he walked right past her. Like, oh my God. And so anyway, it turns out, and Brad Pitt's character, he's just filling in for this contract. The other guy, whose character is actually played by Ryan Reynolds for 30 seconds in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to be him that was supposed to be on this train, but he called out with the stomach virus. And so Brad Pitt picked a snatch and grab that he could do for his first job back, right, from his little mental health stint.
Yeah, so that confused me because I never came back to Ryan Reynolds.
Well, Brad Pitt, I think
he's yelling this guy's name.
I feel like when Brad Pitt was trying to figure out his character, he was watching American Dad, because he's basically the daughter's boyfriend in American Dad. He's got the same fucking hat, jacket, and way of talking and everything. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, it's
Cool
a great
beans.
movie.
Right.
Is it still down after you got the little everything filled in for you? Jorge? Is it
Yeah,
still-
well, okay, yeah, you're breaking up, Chris. But Troy, so Bad Bunny, he wasn't supposed to be on that.
So Bad Bunny, okay, he was a victim of the wasp or hornet, whatever the bitch's name is, the one with that uses snake poison. His whole family was killed at his wedding. And this was another setup by the White Death or whatever the fuck his name is. It was all set up. A picture of her was sent to him saying that she was going to be on this train, and he wanted revenge, so he was going to come and kill her and collect the contract on her head.
Okay.
So he was playing right, and he was getting them there. So he could initially kill them.
Okay. So is that Hornet girl? Is she pretty famous? Because I didn't know who she was.
No, I didn't know who she was either.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, I mean, look.
Because his son was on the train, and the twins were supposed their little job, because everybody had a little job for him, and they all knew they were working for him, but everybody had a little job, and their little job was to get his son to Coco Station, the end of the line, and he didn't make it.
Good fight scenes, yes. Good fight scenes.
Great.
I mean, it's. If I had to choose between that or Smoking Aces, I would always go with Smoking Aces. But whatevs.
I just didn't know you were such a harsh critic.
Me?
Yes, sir. What was the last movie you liked?
I told y'all. I like
outside of Elvis. Outside of Elvis.
You liked Man from Toronto.
I like Man from Toronto. I thought that movie. I like it.
You liked Maverick, and then you went against it. You're like,
no. I gave Maverick an 8 out of 10. I'm just saying it looked too much like Mission Impossible. And by the way, Maverick surpassed the Titanic like as a number 7.
It's crazy.
Grossing movie or something. Look, again, that's another topic. I don't want to go back to that.
What, like money or movies or what? Go ahead.
Well, no, I just Top Gun Maverick. I'm disappointed in that movie. Like I thought it was going to be a lot better.
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah,
good, but it wasn't great.
That's what I'm saying, man. I didn't realize
Elvis. Elvis was great. Elvis was a great movie.
We ready for fact of the day?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get it in.
Fact of the day. Did you know that Alfred Hitchcock was deathly afraid of eggs? He had ovophobia. He was petrified of them. He said, I couldn't imagine a white cylinder with no holes, then you break it open and it's a yellow circle with no holes, and it said blood is red, not yellow. What is that?
What?
This sounds to me like he just thought of something to say during it.
On the moment, yeah. I mean, if he looked at himself in the mirror, he looked like a fucking egg, right?
Yeah. He made birds, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Yes, he did, and and he also, fun fact, he was scared of the dark.
Wow.
I think he just makes that shit up.
Yep.
Okay.
I bet he gets asked all the time, is there anything that scared you? And so he just started making shit up.
So many things scare me.
Just a sound. Just a sound.
Dark.
You know what's scary?
Mostly I'm afraid of eggs.
Eggs.
My laboratory.
That's kind of like Mondrian, the artist. He was like, I hate the color green so much that I can't face the window. I hate the color green. I only like red, blue, white, yellow, black.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That Art Deco stuff.
Yeah. But
I love it.
I love it. But I still love his artwork.
That's what all that 90s shit.
You know what Art Deco is?
What is
not
it?
90s,
That wasn't 90s.
30s.
Mondrian wasn't 90s. He was like 50s.
Art Deco was popular in the 90s, bro.
Because of Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
Gotham is Art Deco.
Okay.
All of that design is Art Deco, which is was more popular in like the 20s, 30s building designs.
Got you. Interesting.
Like the Chrysler building, that's an Art Deco design.
Okay.
Also, Art Deco would be whenever Cinemark Legacy came out.
Yeah.
That theme.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying
that's
now.
Art Deco as well.
Got you. That makes a lot of sense. You got arches. You got Gothic. Kind of.
Yeah. Gothic Art Deco is like the thing.
Very
it was
cool.
popular in the 90s, but that was like, it's popular in the 90s because
Yeah.
Batman the animated series was.
I love the silhouette of the 90s. You know what I mean? Like buildings, like you're saying, like suits, big ass shoulder, pad.
All of that was retro.
Yeah, that's the thing. They bring it back. I mean, that's what's coming back now. And I don't know if you guys like the next thing to come back, grunge. That's the next thing. We're gonna be wearing, our flannels come back.
I saw a kid getting in a car. They had on Jinkos and like a halter top thing. That was like, I was like, I know girls that wore that in high school.
Yep. It's back, man. Cool beans. Give me some cool story, bro. Move it right along.
All right, cool story, bro. So we got nibble. Lunchtime. Did you say something? And Avril, is that you? So we're gonna go 4, because 6 is just stupid, and we're changing to 4 because we're all about new. So
that's right, new, condensed, the best. Cut out the fat. Let's go.
Yeah, and it's yeah. So Bustos, go first.
Ooh, I mean, I'm gonna go with
Well, that's not what it was.
No, nibble.
There you go.
So there were off the coast of New York's Long Island, there were like 8 attacks in 1 week from shark attacks from swimmers and people just wading in the ocean, getting their toes nibbled on.
Oh, like nibbled, but not like bitten. Like
some of them were bitten, but a lot of it was nibbled.
Fuck that, dude. I've seen these things.
So
these are, what are they now?
Well, hold on. They did a study and to figure out what could be doing this, and they figured out off the coast of Long Island, there's also a tiger shark nursery with abundance of bait fish close to shore, where the tiger sharks can feed. So they travel out. What do you say?
There's sand. Yeah, there's sand tiger sharks.
Yeah. Sand tiger. Yeah. And so here's the thing: these sharks are not they look crazy.
Dude, you said nibble, man. When you saw, because I seen a picture of them, rows of fucking teeth, just like you would think, like a fucking great white, dude. Rows of fucking sharp ass teeth. No way they're nibbling on people.
Well, they're not an aggressive style shark. So
dude, these things are huge,
by
man.
reading this, I would assume, because they're a docile species, so I would assume it was more of a searching type nibble than aggressive. Oh, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna hurt you. Nibble.
Apparently, I don't believe it, but apparently they don't attack humans.
It's what you would call an exploratory flick of the tongue.
Yes, that's true. When in doubt, flick the tongue.
So yeah,
feel it
just
out.
Crazy, and like just shark attacks in general. They go up every year, and what's funny is the bull shark is probably your most aggressive shark and the most has the most attacks. Because like the great white and shit, they're really not looking to attack.
Those are deep, though. Those are deep sea fish, right? The great whites aren't going to be that close to shore.
Oh no, you go to Australia, you go to like the San Diego coast, you can find them close.
Oh, that shit is terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I don't go into water. Troy does not go into water. I don't do it. I saw some shit the other day that Troy won't go in the swimming pool anymore because the sinkhole opened up in the swimming pool and the man died. Nope, not doing it. Not fucking doing it. Not getting into no kind of pool of water. Don't trust me. Either there's something in there that's gonna eat the shit out of me, or I'm gonna fall through a sinkhole and drown.
All right, who's next?
Dino, what you got? You want me to read?
No, I want to do the Avril.
Left?
Is that you, Avril?
Oh, is that you, Avril? All right.
I'm just a skater boy.
See you later,
boy.
I always have to come. This comes from a theory since about 2005, but 2003, everybody noticed that Avril suddenly had a name on her hand that was Melissa. And the theory, and Melissa also left clues in songs such as Slipped Away, saying things such as the day you slipped away was the day I found out it won't be the same. They're saying that Avril Lavigne has died, and this girl Melissa is now her doppelganger, and they're passing her off as Avril Lavigne. Now, I don't stop there. My good buddy Chris gets credit for this one because I went back and I did some further research, and it doesn't just stop at Avril Lavigne. No,
Andrew
it is
WK.
said,
Andrew WK.
it is said
Yeah.
this theory also includes Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Also including
No, yeah, that's true. That's the
Taylor,
famous. That's the most famous one, the Paul McCartney one.
Also including Taylor Swift,
What? I've never heard that one.
and not to be and you can I'll share the link and you can go to the link.
Okay.
And this one's gonna surprise you all. Beyonce herself.
Get out of town.
Yep.
I bet you there's the picture they use is that unfortunate picture from the Super Bowl or whatever, that performance that she's like nobody can release
The freeze frame.
Yes. But no, man, I mean, Paul McCartney for sure is famous. That's a very, very famous story. But Avril, there was other things. I saw an article about it too. And they cite like different mole positions. They cite different eye shape. But here's the thing, man. I think that a lot of times, you know, even though that there's subtle changes, people fucking age, man. People look different when they get older. Like, and I think that trips people out sometimes.
Or have
They believe this
kids.
time. Yeah, or they have kids, or whatever happens. I think over time, people's appearances change.
Yeah.
I saw this stupid meme about Starlight. Apparently, she looks different this season than she did the season before. Yeah, she fucking aged, guys. Like, what the hell? Like, that's so weird. To me.
They made her hair and everything different.
Yeah, yeah.
It's done on purpose.
Yeah,
she looks
right.
different because she went through some shit.
Yeah, she went through some shit.
Could this be proof of the Illuminati?
No, man. I don't.
Could these be Illuminati clones?
I don't think the Illuminati exists.
Well, how about this? I like this question better. Do you think any of those are true? Any of them? Like, do you think that there's?
I think the Andrew WK one is the most real one because it is because they said it was Andrew WK was Dave Grohl, and that's exactly something that Dave Grohl would do.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I mean, he made up a band.
So you're saying Andrew WK was Dave Grohl?
And then he passed it off to somebody else.
Andrew WK opened for Dave Grohl, and he opened for the Foo Fighters. That's the first time anybody had ever heard of him.
Right.
And if you listen to the music, it sounds like Foo Fighters, or what's the guy the drummer that died. You ever listened to any of his side projects?
Yeah.
Andrew WK's albums sound like a side project of the Foo Fighters.
A little different because like there's some like weird like dance, but this might be a giveaway because it's dance music influence with rock. Yes. And it's the Bee Gees. If you listen to interviews with Dave Grohl, he is very into like 70s disco dance music. That's where he got the Teen Spirit drum inspiration from. So it's possible.
That one to me is easily the most believable.
But and then I think also go ahead.
You only saw months, but I think that the switch happened real fast.
Yeah.
Like I need somebody to promote this album.
Right.
And that's all.
With the Avril thing, I will say this: her whole fucking like everything like aesthetic has changed. Obviously, again, you get older, you're not going to be a little punk kid, skater boy girl forever. But it's a little extreme. Like she wears like I don't know, man. It's just like way different.
Yeah,
so,
it looks like brainwashed to me, bruh.
Yeah, she doesn't like to be touched. By the way.
I did the TikTok challenge.
Who does?
Well, no, she doesn't touch her fans. Like she literally, whenever she's taking pictures with her fans, she has them stand like 3 feet away from her.
Nice, I love that.
Yeah. So
did the Teenage Dirtbag challenge on TikTok this week.
Yes.
So I haven't always been this handsome. At one point, I was slightly less handsome.
Oh no, I don't agree with that at all. I think it shows a great progression of ginger handsomeness.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Long
you don't, are you
live
not on
the
TikTok
red.
anymore, sir? You don't know the trend?
Well, I mean, dude, I've been so busy with other things that.
Oh my god, I don't have time for I don't even look at my phone. I don't even
My
have a
favorite-
TV.
My favorite.
I don't even have a TV.
My favorite.
I've been watching more TV though. I'm really into this show called
going
Below
to
Deck.
Paris.
Below
Oh
Deck.
my god.
Below
Really?
Deck.
Below Deck Mediterranean.
loves that show.
I love that show. I
Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
show. Me and my wife love that show. It actually comes on tonight. We're actually a week ahead because we're on Peacock or
Cool.
whatever.
I think that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I think it's important to have shows with your significant.
What's what
Yeah.
is it? Below Deck Mediterranean? Is that the one? you watch?
It's the one where it's the
Is
one
it Captain
where
Sandy?
it's with Z. Coco comes back, and then like the head stew is like breaking up.
You're
with,
watching
is that
Mediterranean. Yeah.
is
Breaking up
that the
with
current
chef.
season? Is that
That's
the current season?
Yeah,
Cool,
breaking up
cool.
with the chef. The chef kind of.
You guys talk about that later. Let's get back to
We gotta do.
Okay. Why don't you just knock off and we'll talk?
Okay,
about
all right,
All right, that's
let's go to-
fine. We'll just scrap cool story then, and then.
Well, hold on a second. I haven't gone yet. All right, go ahead, Troy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I guess it's.
so,
I guess
You got to pick.
so your two choices that are left are lunchtime or did you say something?
okay. I'm gonna go with. Did you say something?
Okay. All right, this one's really cool. So I'm supposed to do this different, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to talk about it. So a big
Don't say that
research was
part.
done. Oh, okay.
I like it when- I like it when you just.
You have to, yeah, just you don't have to like be like, wow,
I
I'm
like
supposed
it
to
when
do
you
this a
make it-
little differently. You have to
No, I like it what you're doing, Troy. Do the dude different.
keep doing it differently, bro. We're loving it.
So anyways, so they did this fucking research on something crazy, fucking mushrooms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And did you know that fucking mushrooms can talk? And they use up to 50 different words to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Sort of. I kind of sort of do
And-
that.
And they've been studying this since 1534. Belfal Pope Clement VIII. He died when he was poisoned by the death cap, one of the most poisonous mushrooms, when he was trying to communicate with them.
Damn. Death
So-
by mushrooms.
My only comment on this is that in the new Star Trek that came out a couple years ago, Star Trek Discovery, they the way the ship travels through space is with a displacement activated spore hub drive on the mycelial network, which is the exact same way that mushrooms communicate with each other.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
whoa.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait a minute. So
You
let me
know
ask you.
shit like that. You wouldn't.
So
know
were people
shit like
on
that.
mushrooms watching mushrooms communicate with each other?
Oh, I'm sure.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay, is that where they're saying
this,
that?
Well, the reason I
How
knew
about-
that is because there's these like new like things that they're a musical device. Like they're like these pads and you can put them on things and it picks up electronic like pulses inside of whatever you do it to, and then it makes sound. So you can like put it on your throat and like not make like verbal sounds, but it'll pick up on things like that. And they put those on mushrooms and it was actually like making music.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt. I mean, look, it's a living organism,
Very cool.
so they have to, and it grows and they become mature and all that crap. So yeah, cool story, bro.
Cool story,
Yeah.
bro.
All right, so the last one, this one's kind of cool. I'm glad it's mine. So imagine yourself being a lobster fisherman, and you go out. It's a normal day, and you go out to your favorite spot. You drop down, and you have your first run is good. You go down, you pull up your shit, and you come back up, and everything's good. And then it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and you decide to go down one more time. And you go down one more time, and you get down to the bottom, and you're setting up your traps, and you're collecting your other traps. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you feel a push, and then complete blackness. What do you do?
Light a flare.
Jorge, what do you do?
Light a candle.
Dean Myatt, what do you do?
I don't do anything. I just let the universe take care of itself.
Yes.
Well, one man had that happen in Herring Cove Beach. He was doing his lobster fishing, and a humpback whale who was doing that scaling thing with his mouth, where he opens his mouth and gets all the fish and the krill, and swallowed him whole. Spit him out about, I think it was about 300, 400 yards from where he ate him.
Damn.
But
wait a minute. So he spitted him and he flew that far?
No, he was already that far. He kind of just threw him.
He sucked him in and then was already swimming. It's still going.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Was like, oh, what the fuck is that? Let me spit that out.
Speaking of whales, there's a certain type of whale that its vomit is a delicacy in some countries, and people like there have been some conflicts over this because people pay such a high price for it. Yeah, okay. It's crazy. But so cool story. He got swallowed, but he lied.
We call that the Geppetto.
He lied. Yeah. He lived.
Yeah. Isn't that story also in the Bible too?
Yeah, Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
But cool story, bro. A little bit
cool story, bro. I love it.
Hope you like it. Yes. If you didn't, fuck you.
That was good.
No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was great.
Great job.
Great job. Absolutely. That brings us to, you guys got a little TV Sucks and you snuck it in on us. We talked a bit about it at the opening of the show as well. This is episode 101. We talked about some sports at the top of the show. We got in some of the staples, quote of the day, cool story, bro. And now it is time to get to movie of the week.
Are we going to take a break?
Yeah, we can take a break. You want to take a break real quick?
All right, let me do a little pee-pee.
Yeah, let's go pee-pee. Little pee-pee break. When we come back,
right, pee-pee.
We'll do movie of the week.
Okay, give me a second.
Check out this quick little news break. Actually, I got some promos that I'd like to read. We're gonna do some live on-air reads. I want to highlight a couple businesses that I got to work with, and that one, the first one I want to talk about is K&S Photography. So one of our friends, Shauna Wyatt, she took care of us. She did some portraits for us, and she was badass. We've been releasing them one at a time. You know how we do. We love our social media, but they were beautiful pictures. I loved them. She did y'all's bridal portraits, right? Or your engagement photos, yes. She's fucking super talented. I just want to shout her out. And if anybody's looking to get any kind of pictures taken, whether it be for engagement or family photos, she's definitely an amazing photographer. She has a great fucking vision, and she did my sister's wedding too. Like she finds really great shots, and it's amazing what she does. And I also want to go ahead and shout out Beautify. There is a deal right now that you can get tinsel, and tinsel's back. If you are looking for a stylist, there's one in Frisco at Beautify. It's you can go find her on styleseat.com/Ashley Weinstein. She's my girlfriend. She's amazing. She does men's hair, does women's hair, pretty much does everything other than nails. So if you need any beauty needs, she can definitely hook you up. And I'm gonna throw that ad out there right now.
I need a sick fade.
You can get a sick fade.
I need a dope fade.
You can get a dope ass fade. I've gotten my my hair cut there all the time. I
want it to be better than yours.
No, you can get better than mine. Come on.
I want a fade that's better than your fade. Where you look at my fade and you're like, oh.
Like, what would you get? You get a symbol cutting it? You want to do something like that?
I've done something like that, but my hair's not long enough and it's not dark enough for it to make a difference. Actually, the last time I got a professional to cut my hair, I had them put lightning bolts in the side.
Oh, you got lightning bolts in?
Yeah.
That's pretty
you couldn't see it.
What one thing I wanted to kind of do too is like share one of my favorite things. So one of my favorite things I've been drinking a lot lately is like you got me a coffee grinder, which I appreciate and I use all the time.
I don't think I got you that.
I swear you gave me one in maybe it was my old apartment. I have two. One of them I'm pretty sure you gave me. I bought another one myself, but either way, you gave me the suggestion anyway.
If you've had it for that long, then yeah, I might.
Yeah, because you were raving about grinded coffee, and I was still doing like pre-ground coffee. And one of my favorites is like it's like a maple pecan coffee, and I get it from Kroger. It's like local. There is a Little Elm coffee that you should try out, dude. It's so freaking delicious. I love pecan flavored coffee. It's like one of my favorite things of all.
It's not my favorite.
It's too sweet for you?
I used to have a hookup at Starbucks. She's since left the city of Little Elm and the state of Texas to go.
Oh no!
What it do?
She went to Tennessee.
Okay.
Maybe she'll come back. But anyway,
she's cool.
So she had this kayak coffee that had stuff that she would hook me up with a bag because she got a free bag every month.
Oh wow!
She doesn't drink coffee, so
hell yeah!
She didn't make her own coffee, so I always got her free bag of the month.
Nice.
But then Rocket Fuel, which you can get in bulk.
Have you ever done the Death Coffee?
Yeah, Death Wish.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do you like bold ass coffee, like dark roast, or where are you at?
I like all sorts of coffee.
Yeah,
but my favorite thing to do is a cold brew. Yeah, have I ever shown you my French press that I make my cold brew in, the giant one? Every time I show someone that, they're like, "That's the biggest French press I've ever seen."
I want to try it. I've never tried it.
I make a week's worth in one night.
Wow.
Because it's highly concentrated, and then what I've been doing.
So do you mix it with creamer when you pour a glass?
Yeah, I do a caramel oat milk. This summer I did caramel oat milk. On the bottom I have a cup of ice.
Yeah.
And then about a cup of milk. Or 8 ounces of milk.
Yeah.
And then the rest would be this highly concentrated, super caffeinated Rocket Fuel.
Yeah.
Rocket Fuel from this place in McKinney, this grocery store that's a bulk. Winco.
Oh, Winco. Okay. I've heard of Winco. I want to check it out. I've never been yet.
And they have this Rocket Fuel. It's super, super, super caffeinated.
Really?
The beans are like dripping. Ooh. Like after
the oils?
Yeah.
Oils.
And
well, that's dope. I
grind those beans.
Yeah.
Put it in the thing, let it sit for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then I have that for the week.
Damn. And then how much does it produce? Like you said, like a week's worth.
Yeah, like I fill up however many milliliters my French press is, I have of that, and then that's like maybe I always add water or something to it. I can't just.
Do you press it a little bit a day or?
No. You just leave it 24 hours, press it all, and then I put it into a
container or something.
Now green bottle or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I have I also have a espresso machine that I use, and I make Ashley some iced coffee. So I make her some iced lattes. I made myself one the other day too. And it's so delicious. Iced lattes at home, making them at home, fucking nice. So I'm not spending as much as I was on coffee, like going to Dutch Bros every day. So that's been helping. That's awesome. I love doing that too.
I don't buy coffee anymore. I mean, I don't. Not from it.
Oh, from stores and stuff. Yeah.
If I do, it's going to be it. And I've said this a million times.
Yeah.
Me and your brother also agree on the fact that Racetrack is the best place to get coffee.
Really? Yeah. No, I like their setup. They have a lot of options. They got all the the creamers and everything.
We were talking about it, and I said, "You know what the best place is?" And he goes, "Racetrack." And I said, "Yes."
I beg to differ. Quick Trip.
I love Quick Trip better too, personally.
But also Stripes. If you guys have never been to a Stripes, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Go
I
Stripes.
don't worry about. So if I go to Stripes, I'm getting the fried burritos.
Yeah.
Do you drink your coffee black, or how do you drink your coffee?
I do. It just depends. A lot of times, early in the summer, I was doing black. Cold brew with cold water. And that was good. It was cold. And I like that.
That's interesting.
Because if you do cold brew, it's not as bitter, so you don't really need the creamer.
Really,
it's not
very
as
bitter.
Smooth. No.
Really,
it's very smooth.
That's the thing that gets me is the bitterness. That's why I need the cream. But I do use zero sugar cream. So
you use oat milk.
Oat milk is very sugary. Super sugary.
I just stay away from the. I have to stay away from the cholesterol.
Yeah, I feel you.
You good?
Are you? I do.
Yeah, I'll be fine done in about 20-30 minutes.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. This is movie of the week. We are talking about Changeland. Changeland is a movie that Troy picked, so I'll let you set it up, brother.
Yeah, so Changeland has got Seth Green and Breckin Meyer. It's about a guy who had planned this great trip to Thailand for him and his wife, and then he finds out his wife's cheating. So Seth Green is that guy. Breckin Meyer is the best friend that ends up coming along, and
yeah, I think that's great. And Seth
Good
Green
recap.
Seth Green is like very neurotic, and Breckin Meyer's like very laid back. He's like, just having a good time, and I like the dynamic there. And I mean, it's good. It's a good movie about friendships, and
I thought it was terrible.
Aging. You thought it was terrible?
Did you pick this movie?
You picked it.
Jorge picked.
Oh, he picked it.
I picked it, but I'd never seen it before, and
Oh.
I thought it would be great.
You didn't like it?
It was all right.
Here's the thing.
It was all
is
right.
that-
There's
Randy
no plot. There's no
Randy
story.
Orton was in it.
That's cool. There was some cool. I mean, it's a bro movie. Yeah,
I think
a
it's
bro
like
movie,
a
but-
road. It's kind of like a road buddy pick, but they're not on the road. They're on vacation.
I love that I've seen this movie way more times than I thought I had.
I bet.
And I remember why I always forget it. That I've seen it is because the ending sucks.
The ending sucks.
However, I like the movie, and
I did
the
too.
Main thing that I love about this movie, or the thing I like the most about this movie, is the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
The sound
and the beautiful shots. Like
Yes,
Seth Green
that's the
directed
second. Yes, this is his first directing movie.
Beautiful
First directed,
movie.
and he wrote it.
Beautiful movie.
The thing I just want to give a shout out to the voice of an angel that did this movie's music, Patrick Stump, who was actually in the movie for a split second.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, and he's the lead singer of Fall Out Boy. if
Fall Out
anybody
Boy,
needs-
that's right.
And now he's doing his own solo stuff.
And that's the other thing I love about this movie is this was a family affair. Brenda Song is in this movie. That's Macaulay Culkin's wife. All friends.
He was
They went on vacation and made a movie, basically.
Well, yeah, they announced that the movie was announced and it began filming the next week.
Yeah. Wow.
And it is they're just friends. It's everybody's friends. Brenda Song was also in a show with Seth Green called Dads that nobody really watched.
Okay. But yeah, it's very much like that. It reminds me of Swingers in that way. It's friends that got some money together to make a movie together, throw a vacation in there. But I think would be interesting.
And all of them are child actors.
Yes, and
Except
have
for
great
Randy
chemistry. Great chemistry. I would love to see this movie again, and they change the rules.
Yeah.
I would love, that'd be so cool. Give me the same movie. Give me Breckin Meyer in the husband role. Seth Green's.
I was thinking I want to see Randy Orton as Seth Green and Macaulay Culkin as Breckin Meyer.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I like this movie a lot, and they're beautiful. But it is very apparent. The shots are so beautiful that this was like just a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
like almost like a tax write-off for.
Yeah, it's like Saved by the Bell. The summer they go to the resort. It's like that. It's like let's just go.
The ferry to the restaurant shot, dude.
Man,
I thought it was a dolly shot at first. With the rack focus.
Yeah.
And it's just the boat is actually coming closer, and they're just standing on the dock, and then it switches to the camera on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a very cool, very well made shot.
Absolutely.
All the stuff they do with the Buddhist statues and temples.
Yes.
Also beautiful, very awesome.
Cliff diving, all that stuff.
Yeah, I loved the little.
You're
kid,
a mute bub.
The kid in the kayak.
Yeah.
Who they give the beer to.
Yes. Yeah.
That was funny. It was
That's
just
cool.
little things of fun.
Yeah, it's almost like a documentary, almost like No Reservations, even.
Yeah. Can I just say I love this movie?
This
Yes,
was a great
please.
movie. I'm so happy that we got away from the before 1995 stuff. Like now we're doing like this movie
Yeah.
was so easy to watch.
Yeah.
I've been to Thailand.
Oh, you have?
Totally. Yeah, I've been to Thailand, and
Dope.
I took a shitty person. I wish I would have never have done it. However, I can relate to this movie in so many ways because I took my best friend at the time,
Yeah.
and I wish I would have taken somebody else. And so when I saw the relationship between him and Seth Green,
Yeah.
talking about things that happened in the past, like, hey, why? Like, I could relate to that so much because you invest in your friendships and then you take them on an experience like that. And then, come to find out later, they were a piece of shit. But what I loved about this movie, and one of the experiences that we did was Muay Thai boxing. Like I could sign up for I signed up for experiences, and I did a Muay Thai training experience. And while we were doing it, he was all like, I didn't come to Thailand. I didn't come on vacation
To work out?
because I had won the trip. To work out. I won the fucking trip from Heineken. I won a contest.
Nice,
And
dude.
I got, and so like I was like, dude, you're lucky you're even fucking here.
Yeah.
And we're training with Muay Thai kickboxers.
That's cool.
Like, how great of a story is that to tell somebody?
Yeah.
Like, I was in Thailand and I trained with Muay Thai kick. Like, I'm doing you a favor, asshole.
Could you imagine going to Thailand and not doing that?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, fuck,
I
man.
could
Like,
not.
you're such a piece of shit. Anyways,
I have weak
so-
bones. I would hurt myself.
Shut up and take
Yeah.
a kick.
Yeah, and that partying, all that partying that they did was
Yeah.
in Phuket, which was the full moon party. So
Fuck it.
yeah, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, he said fuck
That's,
it. Yeah.
yeah. It's spelled
So-
Phuket.
That's right.
So mixed reviews. So who gets the next movie?
Yeah, that's true. We
Wait,
gotta
hold on
figure
a
that
second.
out.
We're not done talking about this
No,
movie.
no. Why don't you get the wheel ready while we're talking about this movie?
What'd you think about the
Yeah, please
soundtrack?
tell me more about it.
I mean, I wasn't really focused. I was more focused on the storyline and
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Macaulay Culkin.
I
at
told you,
first.
I knew you would love this movie.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. You
I
said
knew
it.
it.
You called it. Yeah, I love that too. That said something about like perspective on life and like what's important, right?
Yeah, it really is. Like, I mean, shit. I wanted to jump. Like after watching this movie, I'm like, I need to take
Vacation.
my lady overseas and let her experience it. Like, I
Just
want to
go to Possum
redo.
Kingdom.
I got my passports on its way,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I want to redo experiences that I had with shitty people, and now.
Well,
do it
see,
with
like
her.
that's the thing. Like it doesn't even matter. Like you make new experiences. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I got it. I just I wasted that experience when I could have been.
But you
somebody
can't though,
else.
because now you know how important it is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right.
If you didn't have that memory, you wouldn't know how important it is to pick the right person next time.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Great movie. Let's keep it going. I think
Fuck
these
yeah.
movies that we want to share with each other.
So
more
Troy,
important than-
you actually get to add another one since we picked that one. So he's looking right now as you're pulling up the
All
wheel.
right. So I'm going to tell you that this movie got mixed reviews.
It did, sure. I'm sure.
Rotten Tomatoes has 56%. Metacritic has 42 out of 100. Great. It is a good movie.
It is.
I've seen it probably 4 times because I missed it. I've told I don't know if you were listening, Jorge, but I've seen this movie way more times, and I always forget that I've seen the movie because when it gets to the end, it's not.
It's anticlimactic. There's no real ending, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, that ending
But
is
it's
so
great.
suitable. Like, I knew it was going to end like that. Like, he calls her, and then what does he need to say? Like, it goes without saying that he's going to break up with her and shit.
Yes.
So why do you even need to see that?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, you're right. It's not. It's a great ending for that movie, but
Yeah,
I always
it is.
forget that I've seen it because I don't
Yeah.
recall. That's something that doesn't stick in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I always I'm like, oh, I love these guys. I'll watch this movie. This looks good.
Now, should we spin
And
the
then I
wheel
watch
with
it, and
the
I'm
next
like, oh,
movie and then add it after we spin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, who picked that movie? Dean,
or sorry, Troy. That was Troy's pick.
So
okay, well, Troy, you didn't even comment on this movie that you picked.
He didn't
Yeah,
like
I
it.
did.
He
I didn't like it.
you stepped away for a second. He gave the intro on the movie, and he said that he didn't really like it.
So
I
then
didn't
why'd you
like
pick
it.
it?
I didn't
'Cause he hadn't seen
I've
it
never
yet.
seen it before. There's not a lot
Oh.
on Amazon Prime I found yet. So I
That's
saw
not
it and I liked the
there's
actor.
tons.
So much.
It was a great movie. I thought it was.
All right. Let's get this wheel going. Let me get this up here. There's lots of things to choose from. We've got Spun, Beyond White Space, Snake Eyes, Gleaming the Cube,
Yeah.
The Watch, The Pope of Greenwich Village,
Yeah.
Thrashing. So there's a wide spectrum of things on here. Thrashing and Gleaming the Cube.
They're a little closer, but
yeah. So hopefully we don't have to do those back to back, but we'll see. Let's do our share screen here.
Yep. Let's say there's about 5 years difference maybe in those two.
Subject matter is very similar. Is what I meant. At least it's not Spun and Requiem for a Dream.
Right.
Oh,
no.
What? Beyond White Space? Let me see.
We'll see. It looks cool. I love it. Has the most interesting movie poster I've ever it's like just a shot from the movie and they just throw the picture on it.
Low budget space pirates, bitches.
That's right. Beyond White Space, y'all.
Cool.
Hey, variety, and then go ahead and add. What are you gonna add, Troy?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna add the hot chick.
Oh, nice, nice. Rob Schneider.
It's a good movie.
Hell yeah! I know this girl I used to work with. Her name is Deborah, and she starred in the original version of that movie. It was a remake, and she was in the original version of that movie. And she told us, and we were like, "You're full of shit." And then she brought it over, and we watched it, and she was not full of shit. It was really weird seeing a movie with somebody like right next to you on the couch, and being like, "That's fucking you."
Who was that?
Deborah. She worked with us at studio. She had a bunch of tattoos.
She was in that movie. I remember her.
She was in that movie, and it was like a really cool fucking like early 80s. Like it was Hot Chick, man. It was the same fucking movie.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
We ready to do Three of a Kind?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
All right, guys. This week's Three of a Kind, because I'm feeling all back to schooly, I picked for this week's Three of a Kind movies that took place in a high school. Now, let me just say, there has to be a shot of a high school, a setting, there has to be lockers, and the whole movie doesn't have to take place in a high school, but I need a shot of a high school kids.
Okay.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, having said that, this lineup is going to entail myself, Troy, Dean, Chris, and I'm going to kick all y'all's asses. All right, here we go. My first movie, top that took place in a high school, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Good one.
Very good.
Yep.
Classic.
Very good.
Classic.
It's a classic. Rudy. Rudy. And believe it or not, I think Ferris Bueller was injured the day that he shot the or something about the song rights to Shake It On Baby now in the parade and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a really interesting story behind that. I totally forgot it. I had a brain fart. But it's a great movie, the quintessential 80s high school movie. So yeah, I love that movie.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna one up you.
Okay, Troy, you're up next.
I'm gonna one up you, my friend. I'm gonna go to the quintessential movie of our time, and I am going with Dazed and Confused.
Oh, super like. I was gonna go with that. You son of a bitch. Yes,
That's
absolutely.
a very good one.
Very good flick. That came out at a time like I remember being like 12, maybe 11, and my
Did you
brother
get my super like, Jorge?
watched
I got
it,
you super like.
and then I wasn't allowed to watch it because I was just a little too young, which is weird. My family,
That's wild,
right? So they're like, no. But I think my dad just wanted to bond with my brother and be like, this is what it was like when I was in high school, kind of shit. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But when I finally got to see it, it was like, oh hell yeah. And it was so cool because like you're at the age as the dude that is going through the whole experience. Like it's a young kid who's getting to hang out with older kids. And that was always a really fun thing to do if you ever had that opportunity to cut it up with some older kids.
Yeah. Great cast too. Although I'm surprised people like Jason London, Wiley Wiggins, like they never made it big after that,
Wiley was a really inexperienced actor. Like But he's been in a couple other things. He was in Scanner Darkly, or not Scanner Darkly. Yeah, he's the one that touches his nose all the time, like Dean just did. He was in the movie before Scanner Darkly. He was in Waking Life. So he's worked with Richard Linklater and a couple other things. And then London, both of he has a brother that is a twin, and he's in stuff too. And so it's like hard for me to kind of pinpoint whose career. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, and you obviously have Matthew McConaughey. Who is
but
awesome.
The other dude's in one of the biggest TV shows on the planet right now, right? He's in that one we don't watch that everybody else watches, the country one with Kevin Costner. Yellowstone. Yeah, the dude's like one of the major guys on Yellowstone.
Who?
The guy that had the truck, the redhead guy. He was.
Anthony Rapp.
No, Anthony Rapp is not that guy. Anthony Rapp is the dorky guy with the glasses.
The guy that had the truck. Are you talking about Ben Affleck? No, that was Ben Affleck.
No, the other dude.
Yeah,
the one that was always around the.
He was the coolest dude. He was just cool. He didn't.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character. I was like, yeah, I want to be that guy. He's just fucking so cool.
Awesome. Okay. So
my turn.
Yeah. Dean's up next.
I'm going against my original choices, and all of mine will be non-comedies.
I love it. Themes.
So, Dead Poets Society, one of the greatest high school movies of all time.
Pretty damn good.
Ethan Hawke.
Who's like he's like on another level right now, right? He's peaking right now.
I don't know, man. Go back and watch this.
He's
Robin Williams' greatest role, maybe.
No.
Ben Affleck and
Captain by Captain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, but Ben Affleck and his buddy in crime,
Matt Damon,
got deep into the auditions, and then
but they were in a movie similar, School Ties. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Thrown that on there.
But they really wanted to be in this movie, and Ethan Hawke got the role. Anyway,
so good.
Dead Poet Society, Carpe Diem. I've many a times thought about getting the words tattooed onto my body. Anyway, this is the movie for me. This is a good high school movie.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe one of the best high school movies of all time.
Really good flick.
I know it was a great flick. I mean, like, it's so good. And like afterwards, I feel like it influenced, folks afterwards to want to get into poetry, like, or you got to at least know something.
Acting. Right.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or just literature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the saxophone.
All right. I'm gonna go. It's my turn now, and I'm gonna go with the movie that came out after we got out of high school, but is still very, very relatable. I felt like I lived this in a certain way. I had these type of relationships. I'm gonna go with Superbad.
I'm gonna give that a super like because
damn it, they got it right, man. They got it right. Like they got it what it's like to be a best friend, man. Like that's what that movie's about, is being best friends. And that's fucking cool.
I mean, that's a classic in my mind.
I got laid after that movie.
All right. Congrats.
I'll never forget that movie. That's an amazing movie because like after the movie I got laid.
Bro, that came out like in 2005. Like you should be getting laid.
It was it 2005?
With a girl.
Like
2007. 2007.
Yeah, dude. Like if you weren't getting that, like I would have been more impressed if like you saw that in high school and then got. But no, that's exactly what should have happened.
Some people choose, abstinence is an option.
Yeah, but it was a memorable moment because it was a memorable girl. It wasn't just some girl.
All right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay. Well, that movie is awesome. I agree,
yes.
Chris. I mean, it had everything.
I don't know. I just saw myself in Jonah Hill a lot in that character. I love to chop it up with the teachers in that way. Like I love to I don't know. I just saw a lot of myself in him in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it became a cultural icon with McLovin. I mean, you say McLovin and you know exactly what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
So, damn it.
Jorge.
All right, here we go. This one, you guys aren't even gonna. It means a lot to me because it's based on a true story, And when I saw this movie, I actually saw this movie in the theaters back in the 80s.
You're gonna say stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver. Yeah. Stand and deliver.
Fuck you.
You know what?
I'm gonna super like that, you asshole.
Yeah,
Super
dude, let me tell you
live.
something. I actually took honors calculus in college. You know, this movie was like awesome, and that math was my favorite subject in high school.
How can I help
was
these
good at it.
kids?
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, how great is that? That, you know, this one teacher inspired, and you know, to this day, you know, Garfield High School is producing, you know, the top achievers in mathematics, and it's so cool. And I just wish, I want to see what it was like. Like, was it really that bad when they were in the high school gym and they were learning all this shit?
I don't know, man. I appreciate that. To me, it's like about the performances in that movie. Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips, like those performances are fucking fire. But no, I've never seen something and was like, I've never aspired to be like super smart, dude. That's never been something I've ever aspired to or wanted to have. Like, that's never been on my radar. But the performances in this is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, but dude, and then, you know, a lot of
Math's
those
boring,
actors
but
never went on to anything.
The movie's cool. Math is boring.
And those Mexicanos were so real.
Yeah.
No, dude. I mean,
Math's boring. Math's
One
boring.
could,
I mean, all those Mexicanos.
One could say it's
like,
the Latino
so,
Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, it's about a teacher who
good
goes
one.
against the grain to help fucking, you know, reach these kids.
So I'm gonna
Alrighty.
pull since Dean turned left, I'm gonna go left with him, and I'm gonna say one. It's a very Dead Poet Society like. I'm going with School Ties.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not on my list.
That is
Not
definitely
honorable
on my
mentions.
list.
I said it earlier, though.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's good.
yeah.
There's
I mean,
No, I'm gonna
long
diss
list.
it. I'm gonna diss it.
Okay, why we diss it?
I'm gonna diss it because I mentioned it earlier when and I think it's so similar to Dead Poets Society and
I didn't hear that.
yeah. I mean it's not a bad movie. I just think there's two things. It's about it's looking at private schools at that time, and I think they're very similar.
Yeah.
But it was about a guy being Jewish, right?
That was yeah. He went to a private school on a football scholarship, and everybody they at the time had to hide his identity because they didn't want him to be treated any differently. His beliefs, his religion. He was at a private school that was Catholic, I believe.
Yeah.
And and once they found out, then they started treating him differently.
Yeah, he had a sports scholarship, right?
Yeah, sports scholarship.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you both loathe and love Troy's picks.
That's right.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we all right,
Brendan
Dean,
Fraser,
you are-
one of Brendan Fraser's greatest movies, but again, it's just so similar. That's the only reason
Is Brendan Fraser Jewish in real life?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
all right. Dean, you're up next.
This is so hard for me
There's
to
so
choose.
many,
I'm just gonna go with Better Luck Tomorrow.
Ooh, I wish I had a super like son of a bitch. This is one of my favorite movies.
What's it called?
Better Luck Tomorrow. BLT.
Better Luck Tomorrow.
Without it, we would not have 9 Fast and Furious movies.
That's right.
Or Aquaman.
Yeah, we discovered Justin Lin as a director, and we discovered Han as an entity.
What? And you're telling me without this movie, we wouldn't have what?
A lot of the Fast and Furious.
The guy who took over the Fast and Furious franchise and took it to the level it is now was the guy who made this movie. This was his first movie. It was produced by MTV, I believe.
Yeah, it was their first movie too, I think.
Yeah, it's
One
about
of their
Asian
first
kids in
movies.
high school and
Southern California.
and dealing with the pressures that they have to deal with and yeah,
It's good.
Really, really good. Really, really good.
Okay.
If it's on Amazon, it's going on my next pick because I get one next week.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out.
So good.
Okay. All right. Alrighty.
My man
Chris,
crush,
go ahead.
Han. Shout out to Han. All right, I'm gonna go with one of my favorite flicks. It's just so funny, and it's very high school. It's like the most high schooly movie ever. I'm gonna go with Can't Hardly Wait.
I was super like that, even though it's not on my list.
So good.
Yeah, that's that. I was debating on putting that on my list. I mean, it's a great movie.
So funny.
It's so 90s.
Yeah,
it's the 90th of the 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why I can't diss it, because it speaks so much to that era. I mean, even the way Seth Green. I remember seeing the dude dressed like the way Seth Green did, and I was like, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember a dude that probably in high school looked like that. Yeah, he's on the show right now. Actually,
I had the goggles, and
yeah, you look like him, like 100%. Yeah,
I definitely dress like that all the time.
You diss that.
I'm dissing that.
Wow.
Because I got so much shit from that movie. Fuck you, Dean. I dissed that.
Yeah, you did. I bet you did.
Because everybody was wasting your flavor, bro. You know?
Oh, dude, I still use that one line to this day. No thanks, no time.
Nice.
And that chick is trying to get the autographs on the. I'm gonna be the first senior that gets all. You gotta sign your book.
So last round, it's 1-1. Jorge and Bustos.
Okay. All right, here we go. I had to call an audible because Chris took super bad, so I'm going with Varsity Blues.
Ooh.
A 10, a fucking 10.
It's a fucking 10.
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. Yes,
Good
Varsity Blues, a football movie based on Texas high school football. And if you're watching this in any other country, yes, high school football is that big here in Texas.
I would recommend.
By the way, have you guys been to
over Varsity Blues if you want a movie about?
Mm-hmm. Have you guys even seen a football game at Allen High School?
Not yet.
Yes.
I haven't. Not yet.
I have. The new one, I have.
Yeah, I have it, and I'm actually going to watch.
I saw Kyler Murray play.
I want to go to one. Ashley wants to go to one too.
Hey, also, Chris, I was going to tell you, Deacon's last game of the season is at Little Elm Stadium this year.
Okay. Give me the date. I will request off or whatever I can do.
November something.
I'll be there, bro.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Chris, you can come. I think my nephew plays for. My cousin plays for McKinney High School, and they're playing Allen. I think in like September, October. So we should go to that game.
Oh, cool.
To watch my cousin play. He's on varsity, so
sweet.
I know they're gonna get smoked, but whatevs.
Yeah,
So my final.
I would watch that too as well. I think.
Cool. Let's do it. Okay, Troy, you're up next.
Yeah, my final movie. It's no surprise if anybody knows me. You'll probably get dissed. Don't give a fuck, but it's the Karate Motherfucking Kid.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I did not see that coming, but that's a good pick.
It's not a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick. That's a really good pick.
A bad pick.
Okay. Dean, you are up next.
Okay, this is my last one, and I think it's the movie that changed my entire reality of a way of thinking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's one of the greatest detective movies of the last 20 years. It's called Brick.
So good. Oh, these movies are fucking good, guys.
Brick?
Yes, this is a great flick. It is, like he was saying, it's a high school movie, but it is also a
detective film noir. Old school detective movie from like 30s and 40s.
Very, very cool flick.
Okay. I like it. Oh, it has Lucas Haas in it?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's awesome. Oh, he's so good.
I like him. I love him.
I like Lucas Haas too.
All right.
Okay.
Chris,
it is me. Troy's got somewhere he's got to be. I will go ahead and I'm going to choose a movie that lets you see inside the mind of a high school student, maybe for possibly the first time. Election. Some of the best voiceovers and
I'll super like that. Did I already use my super like?
Yeah, you did.
And with that, damn it, Chris
I thought he did use his super light.
No, he has not used. Chris, nope.
Thank you for speeding this up, sucker.
Wait a second. Who can't hardly wait? Who can't who liked
Yeah, it
who super
helps
liked
you
Can't-
out, sucker.
Wait a minute, who super liked Can't Hardly Wait?
I think I did.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Can't
okay.
super like a double like.
Yeah. Can't
So it's
No Tixie backsies.
Jorge and Bustos are tied.
Okay, yep. And so then that means that
We have
Troy.
to just-
Oh no, yeah, okay. So Troy and Dean, I'm going to. It's between you
let
two to
Dean
be the tiebreaker.
choose.
Okay,
the
Dean. What is
hesitant.
okay? Dean, what do you choose? Heads or tails?
Tails.
Huh?
Tails.
Heads. You choose tails.
Yeah, tails.
It is tails. All right.
Oh.
So,
Damn it! I never get to pick.
okay. All right. Here we go. So, I will now go first. You need to give me just a quick moment to get my head right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I hope you guys have seen this. I'm going to go with Better Off Dead.
Good flick.
Good flick.
Good flick. Good flick.
Yep.
What do you got, Bustos?
I'm going with one of my favorite movies of all time, from one of my favorite directors of all time. I'm going with Rushmore.
Oh,
I picked Rushmore. It's on my honorable mentions.
yeah. So Bustos wins.
But to be fair to Jorge, if I was going to choose a John Cusack movie about high school, I would have done Say Anything.
Ooh, yes, sir. Say anything. I agree with that.
Hell yeah.
Damn it.
Bustos get his first win of the season. He's on top. You're tied with me, buddy.
You know what?
Leaderboard.
You know what I should have done? I should have gone with Lean on Me.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
lean on me. Yes, let's get some honorable mentions
Lean on
in.
Me. Son of a man.
Rock
One of-
and roll high school forever, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot.
I like
Corey Feldman, baby.
those are. I always like those weird movies like that. Yeah, that was a weird one. I like Heathers.
Heathers. Yeah.
Mean Girls, A Walk to Remember.
Mean Girls. Yeah.
Hey, I always bring it up, but just one of the guys, you know. I just
Yep.
I can never-
Yeah, I was gonna do that. Yep. Just one of the
Also,
guys.
House
also
Party.
to go with my theme,
Class
of
act.
not non-funny movies. Donnie Darko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights. I already said, and
Juno.
Juno.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rebel Without a Cause.
Dope.
The Virgin Suicides.
Okay.
Yes,
Dope
Virgin
is good.
Suicide. I love Dope and I love Virgin Suicides. That's a great ass movie.
Alrighty.
Cool
Well,
beans.
FYI, next week's 3 of a kind, because I'm going to keep with the school theme.
And
Okay.
Napoleon
I'm going to say
Dynamite.
top three subjects that should be taught in high school that are not taught right now.
Okay.
Top
Mhm.
3 things that need to be taught in high school that are not being taught right now.
Hell yeah.
You'd be surprised what's the variety of things that are being taught.
Yeah, that's
I have no context for this. I can just guess.
Okay, look. All right, look. We all know reading. No, and I'm talking like reading, writing, arithmetic. I'm talking straight up in high school. Like there's the quintessentials, right? The reading, writing, arithmetic, and all that biology and shit. I'm talking like off the cuff. Learn this so you won't be an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I think I get it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you know, or a more okay that have
You know-
to be taught. That I don't want like electives, like, or you can even take an elective.
You
and
want
turn it into,
specifically like I
Like-
wish that they would teach kids this task in high school.
K through 12, yeah, like K through 12. You need to learn this one thing every year. Okay, I don't want it to be an elective. Like you cannot dispute it. Okay, you have to learn this every year. You know what I mean? And it could be a subject matter that, but you must learn this one subject every year or one thing every
I
year.
They
don't
already
know.
do that. It's Texas
Yeah, I don't
history.
know.
No,
I don't know. It's really vague, dude. I don't know. It's really weird.
Understand.
This one's
Give
gotta
me
be
an
one-
example.
There's
Like I think what you're saying is like,
I need
oh,
an
they should
example.
teach people how to change a tire.
No. I'm saying. Okay, I'll give you. All right, don't take. I'll scratch this one from the
Well,
record.
I mean,
But you must learn.
Yes.
All right, K through 12. You must learn You must learn another language that isn't English your entire school career. Like you can't dispute that. You're gonna learn this new language, or and it could be whatever language, right? French, but you're gonna learn French K through 12.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this is what you have to learn every. This thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Product review.
Yeah.
I got this for our camping trip.
Oh, is this a light?
Oh, wow.
One for each of you.
Really? Thank you. Are
that
they all black
lantern?
or are they different colors?
Oh, green, Bubba.
Ooh.
It's a lantern.
Cool.
Are they all black or are they different
No, they're all
colors?
black.
Okay.
I was just,
Very cool.
we
Dope.
like being. That's dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
wait.
military grade and waterproof.
Are we going on the weekend or the week?
It's got to be like
weekend.
it's
I
got to
don't
be a
know.
couple days for me, man. I can't.
Yeah.
And we'll work on it. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be tough. I need like
That'll
a
be fun.
It was a great show, boys. Love you guys.
Excellent. All right. Well, you guys have a good one.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
Till next time, episode
Boostos.
1.
All right, we're gonna do the rundown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Dios.
You run down.
Bye, con Dios.
Bye, con Dios.
I think that's it, right?
Yep, that's it, buddy. Thank you.
Have a
All
good
right,
week, man.
You too, buddy.
Bye.
I'm gonna catch a fish with you. I promise.